It's warm out there. I was doing some videos outside, but I decided to come in and wake up my wife that was napping. My bad. Hey, I'm gonna be a whisperer. How the heck are you? I'm doing my whiskey whisperer thing. At the moment, I just, sometimes I am Tourette's. I have Tourette's, as I've mentioned, but OCD is an integral opponent in Tourette's. So sometimes once a thought enters my brain, I have to follow it through. That's that OCD. I just have to keep going, man. So, anyways, what I've been doing is smoking whiskey. So I kind of smoked our breakfast this morning. I killed part of it, but that's a story I won't go into right now. But then I smoked some sweet taters. But I've been smoking various whiskeys. I've been taking some whiskeys and adding some additional smoke. I've got some maple wood, so I've been adding some extra smoke to them. So what I have here is the Crown Valley corn whiskey. It is a 90 proof whiskey. Crown Valley corn whiskey, a 90 proof. Let's see if I can read this. A Crown Valley rendition of a classic American-born corn whiskey, reminiscent of the days when life was simple and whiskey was strong. Only through our great heritage were great traditions created. Enjoy this classically distilled whiskey straight up. Straight up. They want you to drink it straight up. Okay, straight up. I think most people know what straight up means. I know there is a bit of. I've had a couple folks. Straight up doesn't mean neat. Neat means neat. Neat means just pour out a bottle into something. On the rocks means on the rocks. Pour it on the rocks. Uh, straight up means chill it and then drink it. So, but actually, I do have some on the rocks. So I didn't read the bottle before I started. So my bad. But it is distilled in Branson, Missouri, the area which I am in at the particular moment. So I have some here, actually on the rocks. And now they know they want me to serve it neat. I should strain it out, but I'm just going to leave it as is. But what I did is I took some of it, took about an ounce here, a shot in a Crown Valley shot glass, and I added some of that maple wood smoke to it. So what I have here is a whiskey. Corn whiskey has a very distinct aroma. It's a little sweet. You certainly can't smell corn, as is corn whiskey. Oh gosh, but this version with the maple wood smoke, really what I get mostly on the nose, I do feel just a touch of that sweet corn, but I feel mostly a whole lot of smoke. Set that down and try some of it, well, on the rocks. So I did notice now that I've read the bottle, sometimes a light comes on. When I was at the distillery and doing a tasting, what they do is they have the bottle chilled. They do pour it cold. They don't pour it over rocks. They don't run, they don't put it in a shaker and, and then pour it in a shot glass. But their bottle is chilled and they pour it cold. I think that's what they would like you to do with this. Although, like I said, I am drinking it on the rocks. I don't know why I moved that. My mind wandered. I like to keep the bottle there so you can see it throughout the segment. But for some reason, I can't focus. Maybe it's the whiskey. It's an interesting whiskey. Corn whiskey, I've done a few videos for corn whiskey on my own. I've done some in my Beer Whisperer Pub segments. I've talked with a guy that really knows beer and whiskey, Red Rooster. We've talked about how distinctive corn whiskey is. Uh, it's kind of a love it hate it thing. We either really love it or really hate it. It has taken me a little while to understand unaged whiskeys, but I'm kind of getting to that point where I kind of get them. But I have to be in the mood. It's a certain flavor. So back to the smoke. What this does, by adding that additional smoke, see what I've done here is I've warmed it up too. So although this is not a whiskey I'd want to shoot right out of the bottle room temp, and I don't know what the hell temp I've got it at now. I'm going to guess guess probably about the temp, without having a thermometer on, right about the temp that you would drink sake. It's a little under 198 point something, whatever that exact temp is. It's been a while since I've watched my James Bond movies, but I'm guessing it's in that neighborhood. It's not hot, but it does feel warmer than room temp. If you're following me, but I have to tell you, at that temperature, with that additional smoke, it really freaking works. I got to tell you, it's just gorgeous. I'm going to slow down because I'm going to get hammered drinking this 90 proof whiskey, but so I'm not going to drink both of them all gone in front of you. But I just kind of wanted to give you an overview how both of them taste. So which way do I recommend? Well, gosh darn it, it just depends on what you're into. I'm a guy that loves smoke. To be honest with you, I love everything smoked. I love heavy smoke and everything. So for me, the smoke works, but I like it as is too. I've had it straight up. I've had it neat. I've had it on the rocks. It is one of the best corn whiskeys on the market. But the addition of the smoke for me really opens it up and takes it to a whole other level, in my particular opinion. I am Thunder Beer Whisperer. We'll talk to you later.